personally, because I'm a vegetarian as well, and I saw that there wasn't a clear enough market in Hong Kong that was being able to cater to the finer side of a vegetarian diet. So what I mean by that, it's not fine dining. What I mean by that is to to think about the nutritional value of our meals, and also to remove the fake meat, the gluten part of that, which a lot of people think of when they think of vegetarian food. So it was really about the market that I saw that became available.
So I was working for an advertising agency called Saatchi & Saatchi in New Zealand. Was then getting transferred to New York 10 years ago. Was then given an option to go to Phnom Penh for 12 months to run the agency there. And we thought about it at the time. We were in our late 20s, and we thought it was a brand new post-conflict, really sort of fascinating place. So we thought we'd do that for 12 months, and then go to New York. And then about 6 months in, we could see that there was just everything was possible. And that's the thing with these sort of brand new frontier markets, is that for an entrepreneur, it's like nirvana, because there's nobody doing anything. So therefore, there's opportunities to do everything. And we'd always dreamt about doing stuff together, particularly in property. The cost of entry in mature markets like Hong Kong, for example, is very, very high. And then even if you do have the balance sheet to enter, how do you compete? It's very difficult to have a competitive advantage in an industry like that, which is very much based on scale and information. So in Phnom Penh, there was nobody doing anything in property, and so therefore we could enter and we could do some interesting stuff.
Primarily, I think at the beginning, it was really about the location. Location of where we would start up. First of all, when I started up Grassroots, it was never about, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. The word entrepreneur has never even crossed my mind. It was me saying, I'm doing my work as a chef and as a restaurant operator, and that I was inventing something that was different in the market. And it was run as a cafe. We were really only 16 seats in a hole in the wall. So for us to be able to pick a location that actually fit the model without, for it to also be less risky, because Hong Kong's rent is just ridiculous. So I think I was really grateful that my father kept me very humble and closed in a way and reserved in a way to remind me that we should always start off small. We didn't have a lot of budget to play with, so that meant that we needed to be as creative as possible. So we made our own menus. We made everything from scratch, and that kept our costs minimal. We had less people working as well, because all of us had multiple roles, so that really helped also.
We spent 3 years pulling the whole thing together, concurrent to working with the Cambodian government to create the legal tenure so that you could own an island, because nobody ever had. And then a week before Lehman Brothers crashed in 2008, my wife was diagnosed with cancer, so we were on the first plane back to Australia. And pretty much had to give up on the Cambodian dream. It was just not going to be possible. And then against all expectations, 3 months later, after a couple of major surgeries, we spoke to her oncologist, and he said, the pathology's come back, and I'm not really sure what's happened, but you're going to live to be a little old lady. My wife, I mean. And we thought, we've got each other. We've got these 2 little islands. Let's go back and let's try again. But this time, we'll do it ourselves. She can design it, we'll run it, and we'll do the whole thing. And we thought, what's the worst that could happen? And it was sort of through those 2 unique series of events, cancer and the financial crisis, that we ended up having effectively the opportunity of a lifetime.